Hey everyone, Michelle Silvestri here with Radcliffe and Associates, and today joining me is Heather with Heather Eaves Interior. Heather, thank you for coming on today. Can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah, we're a staging and design business. So we do full service staging, anything from occupied homes to vacant homes. I also work with investors and builders. So we can help anyone at any level. And in my interior design business, I do anything from redesign to kitchen and bath remodels. So
Very cool. Well, thank you again for joining us. During this time, we have a lot of people who are sheltering in place and they're kind of stuck at home and they're trying to think of things to do to keep busy. What would you recommend to our friends out there about do-it-yourself projects that are pretty quick and economical and easy to do for the average Joe?
I think one of the biggest things about living in our homes that affects our moods is our lighting. So just opening up your blinds in the morning and getting that natural light in is a big mood booster. And in addition to that is having the proper lighting in your room. So a lot of people they put in recessed lighting and they say, oh, I have plenty of light in my room, but it's this stark, really, it has a very warm, cozy feeling to it. And most of the time they put too many in. So you kind of just don't have that real lived in, like, good feeling about yours. So I would say adding lamps to your space, putting dimmers on the recessed lighting, and having more of a bit more balanced light is a cohesive way of living. Like, it just makes you feel better. And also changing out your light fixtures. I mean, a lot of people have light fixtures that are dated, and just by changing out a few of them, and they can cost as little as $100. I mean, you can even get them cheaper than that through different sites.
Yeah.
And by changing those out, it really updates and makes your home feel so much better. I would say that's one thing.
Mhm.
And adding plants to your space. I mean, I know not everybody has a green thumb,
Yeah.
but succulents are very easy to take care of. And if you put them in the proper pots, because they don't like to be watered very much, they like to dry out, they really can add just a little bit of that natural feeling into your space, bringing the outdoors in.
Yeah.
And I mean, changing out pillows. There's so many things you could do that are small changes to your space that enhance how you feel when you're in it.
Awesome. And other than mood enhancing projects, what are some things that they can do that are, not um, too encompassing where they can add value to their home? Just little things around the house.
Well, changing the lighting adds huge value to your home. I mean, you can update that. Painting your walls. I mean, painting is easy, and it's just, cost $30 for a great gallon of paint.
Yeah.
Even if you just change out one wall and freshen it up, it's, I think, a high value to your home is really freshening it up. So getting rid of a lot of the dark colors, or if you have dark colors, adding a lot of contrast to it. And also putting wallpaper up. There's really fun, let's say you don't have a backsplash in your kitchen,
Mhm.
and you want to make a backsplash, but you don't have the money to pay a contractor to put in a backsplash. You can add the peel and stick. There is peel and stick tile, but I even like doing like a wallpaper instead, because you can get some really fun patterns and just kind of put it in there as a little pop of color or pop of pattern, and it makes a huge difference in your space, and it changes it up immediately.
Yeah, it's amazing how wallpaper is making a huge comeback. And if it's done, tastefully, it's really a great thing in a lot of rooms. It really can make an accent wall stand out, things like that. And I love the idea about paint. I think paint, is such a game changer in most homes without having to put, like you said, too much money and time in, but it just really brightens things up. Awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many things about paint that makes a huge difference. That's for sure.
So other than projects, if someone, is home right now and they're considering putting their home on the market in the next coming months, what would you recommend are some easy things to get your home show ready and getting it prepared to put on the market?
I would go through my house and edit the space. That's the first thing I would do. A lot of the times, a good rule of thumb is you take a picture of your space and try to take it from different angles. So go to each four corners of the room and then look at your space and edit out what doesn't, like a lot of the time you can see it looks a little cluttery because you have, little things everywhere. Try to make impact with big things. That's how having a sofa with a chair with some great pillows on it and a big piece of artwork behind it. And if you don't have that, just editing down to that and creating a focal point. So if you walk in the room, the first thing that you see, that's generally going to be your focal point of the room. And it could be more than just a fireplace. It could be an architectural feature, or it could be just your furniture, the way you've arranged it, like a really neat old piece that you have that just kind of brings character to the room. Another thing would be, again, going through your house and looking at the paint quality. As we live in our homes, we kind of damage them a little bit. So you might need to do some touch-ups. You might need to, I would say, clean all your doors, all your moldings, clean your windows, patch up the holes that you've been meaning to patch for the last 10 years, because it does happen. And spend the time just really editing and fine-tuning your home, because it will make a huge difference when people see your home.
Very cool. Those are some awesome suggestions for sure. Well, thank you again for joining us this morning. If someone wanted to get in touch with you and had, more questions about tips for things to do around their home, or maybe even needed a consult on some designing, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Best way would probably be to go check out my Instagram, which is Heather Eaves Interiors. And that can link you to our office number. It can link you to our webpage. If you want to go to the webpage, it's heathereaves.com. And my last name is spelled E-A-V as in Victor, E-S.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us. Heather, how are you and your family keeping busy during this time? You guys I know we have a rainy week this week.
I always have endless projects to work on. My husband is a very busy man here. In between everyday life and just kind of enriching our businesses and our lives, that's kind of what we focus on.
Yeah. Well, you have a beautiful home. We can already tell from behind you. So
yeah.
For your day, and thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.